So first thing is, what is this all about? So Capgemini recruitment has started, and is it for everyone? So first thing you need to know that it is not an open hiring. It is not an open hiring like TCS, NQT and Wipro Elite. So it will be only done by Capgemini for the campuses which are its partners. So if your campus is not a partner with Capgemini, how do you come to know? The best way is, in past, if Capgemini has been visiting your college, if they have been visiting your college, then you are certainly on the cards, and you should contact your training and placement department. If they haven't received any information from Capgemini, please request your training and placement department to talk to the talent acquisition team from Capgemini. They must be having the contacts. They are all available on LinkedIn, and your college would anyways have the details of the team. So ask your TNP to get in touch if Capgemini has been a regular recruiter. If Capgemini hasn't been a regular recruiter, but a lot of other companies are visiting, ask your TPO to give a chance and try to bring Capgemini to the campus. And that will be virtual campus this side. So this is not an open hiring. It is only for the students who are from the colleges which are partnered with Capgemini. So this is what I meant. Hope you all are able to listen to my voice. Yeah, so I think the voice is coming. I just had to check as well. Okay, so let's continue to the next slide, and that is very, very important. So which is the next slide? The next one is, yeah, it is about the eligibility criteria. Now, what is the eligibility criteria? It is the same as it was last year. So with 60% in all the three exams, 10th, 12th and degree, no active backlogs, 1 year gap, CG allows this. TCS has an issue in that, but CG allows it. Capgemini, what would be the package? It is normally between 3 to 3.8. The exit amount is always known when you get your offer letters. So as of now, no one can predict the exit package. It is somewhere in this bracket that we talk about. Important point I would like to touch is this one. Focus on your screen, and I would like to talk about this. This is about the branches which would be allowed. So the branches which would be allowed in Capgemini are, they call in their terms as circuit branches. So CS, IT, ECE, EEE. ECE and EEE are called circuit branches. Some other variants of electrical would be allowed. Some colleges, they allow mechanical and civil also. So you should take a care on that as well, that check with your college TPO whether mech or civil are allowed. Normally for a normal college, these 4 branches are allowed and other circuit branches. So that's the case. Okay, you all are there. I think now we are going smooth. That is great. Okay, so we have good strength as well. Now let's talk about the next slide, which is, so we have completed the eligibility criteria. Let's talk about the pattern 2021. So what is the pattern of Capgemini? This is very, very critical slide that we have. And what is that? Yeah, so the first round we understood is pseudocode, which is a 20 questions MCQ. And this is the same round which was the second round last time. Now they have made it first round to ensure that the people who are only technically sound, who have technical bent of mind, are applying for the second round. They don't want people who don't have a technical bent of mind, and then at the second round the issue is there. So that's the second is very important. English verbal ability or MCQ. So they have replaced the verbal ability which was judged earlier through essay writing, which was a typical Capgemini round earlier. They had introduced it 3 to 4 years back. So essay writing, which was introduced by Capgemini for 2017 batch, has been taken off now, and it is replaced by English MCQ. We will focus on detail what it comprises of. Then let's go on to the very exciting part that we have. Very, very exciting part, and that is gamified aptitude. So gamified aptitude in the form of challenges is the latest part that they have introduced, and that would be coming So it's all good now. Gamified aptitude is the next part, which is part of recruitment test in Europe and US, and mostly global MNCs which have been hiring for WorkX people have been using this gamified recruitment pattern. This has been adopted by Capgemini this year. We will be showing you in the next coming part of the presentation that what is the gamified aptitude looking like. So this is the new part. So this will also be combined with English. My perception is the round one would be eliminator, pseudocode, then round two will have three parts: English, gamified aptitude, and behavioral competency. These three would be clubbed in one online test, and this would be your round two, and the final would be HR interview. So this is my take on this. This is the way they would complete it into three rounds. First round pseudocode, round two, three parts: English, objective, gamified aptitude, behavioral competency profiling through a survey-based questionnaire. Okay, and last would be technical interview. Now, let me tell you what is Capgemini trying to do. So I think you are seeing the next slide, which is what skill is Capgemini trying to judge through all these rounds, and that is pseudocode eliminator. They want to know only technically competent people come to them. Through English MCQ, they want to understand only people who can write good emails, who can reply to people, only those people come to. So you can see on the slide now, each round they want to judge certain skills. And what are those skills? Pseudocode, technical competency, English MCQ. Are you able to communicate in a better way in written skills? Can you write emails? Can you document critical things? Can you write proper reports, very smart reports? Third, gamified aptitude. What would we judge through that? Cognitive ability. Can you make decisions? Decision making. Adaptability. Can you adapt to the new patterns? Because these days everything is in apps. Can you decode the patterns that are being observed from customer? And the next is competency profiling. Very important. These days behavior is becoming a major issue for corporate. People join and then they leave in 1 year. So can we align the behavior of our potential employees? Can we judge it? So that is the fourth round. And the last but not least, technical plus HR interview. So this is the case. I will be taking all the questions at the end. You can keep writing. I will not focus on questions right now. My focus is now, my dear friends, I am all set to go to the next slides where we will talk about what would be the pattern and example. So you can see we will talk now on pseudocode. So the first round, I will go for each round now and talk about the pattern. So don't leave now. This is the critical part of the presentation where you will see the mock questions. I would be showing you the real questions that would be asked in the test. So let's focus, my dear friends, that what would be the pseudocode questions looking like. So I am just waiting that you people can get, and you have got the first slide. Now let's go to how the pseudocode question would look like. The first question is here for you. By the time you see it on the screen, let me talk about that question. And what is that question? So there is a presentation, my dear. I think there's some. You must check your speed. I think that would help. There was a participant who was writing that. Okay. So now I think what would be asked in pseudocode? It is similar to last year. But now let me tell you what is there. Pseudocode is an algorithm or a non-syntax language, a language in which you write only the logic and there is no syntax that is written. So it is language independent. Pseudocode is language independent. That is the vital part about pseudocode. So that you cannot say, I don't know C, I don't know Python, I don't know Java. You may not know any language, but you should know the logic. So these questions which are asked in pseudocode, all 20 questions are logic based. They focus on the concept of data structures, basic programming, lists, trees. So these are the concepts, specifiers, format specifiers. These are the critical topics. We would be giving you a lot of help on this. But right now, let's understand. So in pseudocode, there is no language. These are MCQs. First thing, there is no language in pseudocode. It is their MCQ. So there would be 20 MCQ like last time. There may be more also. So the exact number of questions may be clarified by Capgemini at a later stage. But in pseudocode, understand, these are MCQs. These are based upon code snippets. Code snippets are given to you and the questions are asked. And in those questions, you would either be asked to provide output of the code. What was the wrong part in the code? So I have given you one sample. What would be the output of the code? So that these type of questions, very simple questions, understand what is being asked. You have to run the logic. There is no programming language which is needed for it. Let's see. I've got two more examples for you. So again, my mantra is code snippets would be given to you, short codes. You need to give the output. There may be some errors in the logic. What was that error? How many lines? Those type of questions would be asked. So let's have the second question for you, my dear friends, so that you know what would be there in this section, which is very important. So you have the example 2. By the time example 2 comes, I'll wait for it. So example 2 is there on your silver screen. So you all can understand this is another example where there is what will be the space required for this code. So this is a logic, how many bytes it will store. So that is another logic based question. So you need to understand it and give the answer. So what is the key for pseudocode? Define or understand the logic behind programs, work on the logic building concepts, work on solving the problems based on logic. There is no need to work on syntax for this particular Capgemini round. Another point is you need to focus sharply upon the basic concepts. How many bytes are stored, how the variables are defined, what are format specifiers, what are looping concepts, how many loops, how many statements. So statements, pointers, lists, arrays, all those key concepts, my dear friends, revise them as much as possible. And that's the key to pseudocode round. I will take all the questions. So pseudocode round, one more question, which you can see later on. I want to go to the second round for you all. So you can have a look on the third question, which will be there on your screen immediately after this one. Again, this third question is also very, very simple. It will be, what will be the value of S if n is to 127? A problem, a logical problem is given to you where you need to define it. So this is problem number 3. I would be sharing this presentation with you all, those on the WhatsApp groups. So be there on the WhatsApp groups. You will get this presentation after the call. Also, many other things you will get. So but here you can ask live questions. So now let me now go to the second question. I think this pseudocode question last year's. These are from. Yeah, I will take all the questions. So these are not last year questions. They are similar questions. In last 4 years, one of them must have been asked. Let's go to the second round, English MCQ. Now you need to understand why Capgemini replaced essay writing with this round, that is English MCQ. I'm waiting for this slide to pop up for you. And that is what is very, very critical for you all. So you need to understand, and I can see the slide is coming on your screen. So let me tell you what would be there in English section. In English section, there would be primarily four type of problems. One is sentence completion. They would give you a long sentence and there would be a couple of words missing. You need to complete those. You need to complete those sentences which are given with the use of proper words, and the words would be in the form of MCQ. So one category, sentence completion. You need to have a command on articles, preposition, all those things, conjunctions, adverbs, adjectives. So you need to have good grammar to have these questions. So nothing new. If you have good grammar, you would be able to crack this. So one is sentence completion is one format. Okay, now let's go to. Yeah, I agree. One of you are challenging that it's not pseudocode. They are naming the round as pseudocode, and then these type of questions are asked. So that is what is there. So yep. So we are there to help each other, my dear friends. So let's be positive. Okay. Now let me come to the second category, which is there. and the second category is fill in the blank. So we did the first category was sentence completion, where a long sentence is given and you have to complete it. Fill in the blanks is a category where a very small one line sentence would be given, where you need to fill those blanks with the logic and grammar both. So there's one example for you on the silver screen. So you can have a look on that. Category 1 was sentence completion. Category 2 is your WAE is not in middle. WAE is helping you in preparing. Session is not conducted by Capgemini. We don't have any link with Capgemini. We are helping you to appear in Capgemini test and nothing else. Capgemini and WAE are different parties. So we are just helping you for the Capgemini placement part. Yeah. Yeah. Just okay. Let me make it full screen. Yeah. Okay, so second question, then the third category is synonym, antonym. So third category is very, very important, synonyms and antonyms. Now, while these questions are asked, people are not able to use proper words when they write emails. When people write emails at their job, they're not able to use proper words. And that's why the focus was made upon this round to be introduced, which was English MCQ. So you need to provide synonyms and antonyms. So third category is synonym and antonym. So which you can again see on your silver screen. I'm just waiting for that to pop up on your screen. Yeah. So just let me see whether it is there. It is there. Fill in the. I want you to see. Yes. Synonym, antonym. Okay. So I think when I make it a full screen, that goes off actually. So that's the problem. Yeah, the questions would be same for electrical and everyone. Questions won't change. Yeah, category three is synonyms, antonyms. So we have covered three categories in English MCQ: sentence correction, fill in the blanks, and synonym, antonym. Then there is a fourth category that is there. That's the last category. And what is that? That is spelling error correction. This is very important when we see the emails of employees, because I have been myself in Infosys for not many years, around 10 years, and then I found that a lot of people write very, very absurd emails. They are not able to write proper spellings, even though there are a lot of tools that are available with Microsoft and other mailing toolboxes, but they don't use it. So that is the fourth, spelling error correction. Now, my dear friends, hold on your breath. We are going to watch the very important section. We have completed two sections, pseudocode and English MCQ. We are going to the fifth one, which is the most important and talked about section right now, gamified aptitude and competency profiling. Gamified aptitude is what first you all are eagerly waiting for. Give me 2 minutes. I would be showing you the application live, how that particular would be looking like. You need to hold it for 2 minutes. I need to change the application. First, let me tell you what would be the gamified aptitude round look like. Just listen to me for 2 minutes. What would be the gamified aptitude round look like? And then I would be showing you the live that application where it would be there. Yeah, so now let me talk to you all about gamified aptitude section. Now, gamified aptitude section, so gamified aptitude section, what it talks about is it will be having some rounds which would be having games in gamified platform. So the first thing is they would be using one of the gamified platform and they would be having challenges. There are a lot of challenges, grid challenge, then there is a number challenge, then there's a pipe challenge, then there is a sliding challenge. There are a lot of challenges that are there. So they would be having all those challenges that would be there, and we need to solve those challenges. These are similar to earning the points. So how it would be there? You would be given first a gaming platform, then you would be given time to practice on that platform. We would understand that right now live also. So first there would be a gaming problem given to you. Then there would be a time for practicing it. Maybe 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes you practice it. Once you complete all the practice problems, this is very critical. Once you complete all the practice problems, then only you would be guided to the main problem. So if you don't complete the practice problem, you won't be able to touch the main problem. So they would be first giving you practice problem. Then on the basis of the practice problem, the actual problem would be much tougher than the practice problem. So there would be a lot of challenges. People who do the problem in a much more quick time will get more points. So it is very important. Accuracy plus efficiency, both are important, and it is the speed is critical. So you need to solve the problem in much more swifter manner than the others. So what would be, and you would be given badges, and you would be given points, awards, and then if you clear one round, then you will move to second round. So for example, now let's come to the platform that you are seeing it. Now let's focus on the platform that, so you can see this platform. I have given you, one is the shape spinner round, another is a link swipe round, and another is a pipe puzzle round. These are the 3 rounds which I have included in this particular mock gamification test. What happens is, let's talk about this first round, which is shape spinner. So I click on start. This is the one plate. So this is like, just I would wait. Once it opens for you, then only I will click. I will not make it very fast for you. So we will be doing it very quickly. So shape spinner, shape spinner is one problem set in the gaming platform. There can be many for you. So this is one where, so I clicked on start and my problem has started. Now this is where I would click now, and it is saying rotate the wheel so that each symbol is next to one of the same. You need to understand these are the instructions. So this is like you would be doing by yourself. So this is very important. You need to read the instructions that are given. So my dear friends, let's do it. Rotate the wheel so that each symbol is next to one. Understand? They are not showing the wheel. That is the imagination they want you to do. They are not showing you the wheel. So I think first let the instructions come on for you. Instructions are now there. I can see you all have instructions now. So I will only talk when. Rotate the wheel so that each symbol is next to one of the same shape or the same shading, but not both. So you need to understand, comprehend it. You need to have either the shape same or the shading pattern same. So one of the things have to be same, shape or shading pattern. They're giving the example. Here shading is matching, both are dark. Here pattern is matching, shape match. They're saying either of them should match. Here both are matching. So this is not the pattern we want. This is, nothing is matching, not even shape, not even shading pattern. So understood? They want only one should match, either the shape or the shading pattern. I think still you don't have this. I would again wait for it to come. Yeah, this is there. Now again I would explain. Just focus. These are the shapes which are matching. If we go for the first one, V shape. So V shape, the shape is matching, shading is not matching. In circle, shape is matching, shading is also matching. That means both are matching. So it is not as per the rule which was given to you. Our rule is only either shape or shading should match. Only shape or the shading should match. So here shading is matching. Here shape is matching. Here none is matching. Sorry, here both are matching. And here none is matching. So only these two are correct. They are not. Only one should match. Agree? Now they would give you, this is the logic. Just see, because it is taking a lot of time. We have so many people who are doing it. So that's why it is taking time. Not a problem, because it's just the sharing is taking time. It is going to so many platforms. Yeah. I'm waiting for you all to look for that. Yeah, so rotate the wheel by dragging it. Keyboard users can use the left, right, and enter keys. Yeah, so you should do it by mouse mostly. And now let's see the first. So they will say let's try some tutorial questions. This part does not count towards your score. They will give you, so this is the logic. This is not the actual problem which will come in Capgemini. This is just a practice. So this is, understand, they will develop some problems like this. So this would be a platform like this. So I have, so let's try tutorial question. So let's try some tutorial questions. It is coming. Yeah, let's try some tutorial questions. This part does not count towards score. Let's click on this. I will do one of the practice questions for you, and then the actual questions will come. Actual questions will be time bound. I'm waiting for it to pop up for you. Yeah, we would be sending that link, because this is, my dear friend, what happens is these are very expensive platforms, to be very honest. So they would be chargeable. So I will be sending, you can make one ID. So I would be sending, we would be sending, you can practice, we'll send the link to the platform. We'll send that. So because one ID costs a lot of things, one dummy ID can be made for each of you can make separate IDs. Let me explain this to you now. Now, what it does is, if you see on the screen, this is not, so yeah, if you see now the pattern, the circle and the triangle, not, so we need to rotate the wheel so that it comes to the same shape. Now it comes like this. So, and just see, now I have done this, and now it becomes like, this is the correct answer. So this way, this was one. So this pattern is, if you can, so you would have understood something. Yeah. So I would, so this is one type of problem. Let's come to the next. So this would be one type of problem. Let me explain you another point. This is pipe puzzle, I would explain, and then we'll go to the last question, personality based profiling, and I'll take questions. So pipe puzzle is what I want you to focus. Till that, by the time pipe puzzle comes onto your screen, I would be talking about, so let's let the pipe puzzle come on the screen, and I will explain to you. So I have clicked on pipe puzzle, and then again the pipe puzzle is coming, and then pipe puzzle, again we click, swap the pipes until you have connected the pipes. Only, so they would be giving you a lot of instructions. Only the green pipes will be, so they will be giving you a lot of instructions. And this is a tutorial question which you can see. So yeah. So I will just come to the last part. Just I want you to see on the screen how the pipe problem looks. This is the way pipe problem looks like. If we replace this pipe by this pipe, the ball will go through. And that is what I wanted. So just see on your screen, if we replace that pipe, that was the pipe problem. If we replace the first pipe by the second pipe, just we replace this pipe by this pipe, and just see, it goes through. Okay. Now I would be coming to the last question, and then I would be taking all your questions. I have noted all the questions. Now let me come to the last part, my dear friends, and let's come back to the presentation now. So I would be coming back to the presentation. Okay, now I think we can continue. Okay, so last point. So let's come to the presentation, and yeah. So competency profiling. How this competency profiling would be done? Just focus on the presentation. Yeah, let me see if you are able to. No, there won't be any, we would not require any additional software on phone PC. It would be simple HTML type of things, not required. Yeah. So you can see this screen, and we are now talking about the fourth round. Fourth round is competency profiling. Now, what happens is there are a lot of competencies which are judged in your recruitment. Interpersonal skills, analytical ability, leadership skills. Analytical ability, mostly they are judging through gamified aptitude. Now, interpersonal skills, they will judge in interview mostly. Leadership skills, they would judge through your achievements and also through maybe the activities that you have done. So leadership and interpersonal, they would be judging in interview. Important point is personality attribute. Personality attribute is one very critical thing which is not at all known how it would be judged. This is personality attribute, which is very tough. How do we judge personality attribute? And this is the critical part. How do we judge personality attribute? And what are personality attributes? Focus on this slide. I'm just waiting for you all to have the slide. Personality attribute, there are around 20-25 attributes which are important for a person. Out of these, so they are curiosity, adaptability, discipline, 20-25 attributes. The organization understands which are the attributes which are important for my organization. They take out 5 to 6 attributes. Just if you would be seeing on your screen that there are a lot of attributes which are important. You can see on your screen that there are around 20 to 25 attributes which are there. So there was a mute for some time, so you should get my audio. So there are around 20 to 25 attributes. Now, out of these 20 to 25 attributes, Capgemini would identify which these are the personality attributes. Out of these 20-25 attributes, they would identify which attributes are critical for them, and they would be having a questionnaire for those. So there would be some around 10 to 15 psychometric questions which would be behavior based. They would be MCQ type on a 5-point scale. So if you want, I can also show, that is very obvious. They would be asking you, how would you behave when someone shouts on you? There would be 5 types of behaviors. Would you strongly retaliate? Would you ignore? So that is the way. So psychometric questions would be there to judge your personality. So these personality attributes would be judged through the personality attribute round that would be there. Now let's come, friends, focus. This is the last part of the presentation, and I would be focusing upon what is WAE going to help you with the things. What are those things which WAE has got for you to help you in preparation? So how would you prepare with WAE's help? So WAE has got a lot of things for you. The first thing is that there's a starter pack, so which is right now available. There is a starter pack which is priced at rupees 599 and which is available for you all. We are giving a pseudocode question bank of 250 questions. You can focus on the slide that is there. So starter pack 1, we call it a starter pack 1, and where what we are going to do is, so this is there for you. Yeah. So yeah, the starter pack 1 comprises of pseudocode 250 solved questions, English MCQ 250 solved questions, 1 mock behavioral competency profiling test, 1 online test we will give to you. In addition to this, this is no one gives like this that we are talking about in the last. 5 hours of online training combined with this. 5 hours of online training will be combined with this. 2 hours for pseudocode will solve all your problems that you have in those 2 hours. English again in 2 hours, and 1 hour for explaining you how was the behavioral competency done. So 3 rounds out of those 5 things that are going to be there in Capgemini would be covered in this 595 thing. Then important part, gamified aptitude preparation. Now this is new thing where all the organizations in the country are working to help you in this, because in India there are not too many gamified platforms. So this is one thing which is new. Yeah, they are using Aon platform. Yes, they are using Aon platform. So on 14th August, we would be ready with our course for gamified aptitude preparation. So this would be a live course. 10 hours of live instructor led course, and we would be giving you a platform like we showed today. So like the platform we showed you today, we will be giving a platform to you all on 14th of August. It would, the price is not yet decided because the team is developing it. We don't know how much it would cost to us also. So we need some time. By 14th August, you will have price also, and this gamified aptitude preparation would be there for you. Then the next one, this is available today itself, a mock interview for Capgemini. This is 500 per interview. A mock interview can be booked. So we would be sending you the link for all these, so we can have this for you. Yep. So mock interview for Capgemini, 500 per interview is available. There would be, this would be from people of same caliber who come in campus placements. So people from HR of the companies like Infosys, TCS, and maybe in past Capgemini also. So people from those would be there. Now this was for mock interview, 500 per interview. Last, Capgemini Mock 2021. We will be organizing one mock Capgemini 2021. The cost of that also would be told to you most probably by 15th. It would be available by 16th. And because still we don't know how much effort it is going to take, because this gamify or integrating all these rounds is taking some time. So be there with us. Now I'm all set to answer all your queries. Let me go one by one, and I'm answering one by one question, all the questions that I had. First, I would answer those. Okay, let me publish every question that I want to answer. Okay. Yeah, AmTech people are most AmTech people. I think they should be eligible. Again, you need to check with your campus. Maybe if Capgemini comes to your campus, you need to check with them. Okay, or I think what you can do, for there's a question, you can drop a note to us on the number, or private, you can send a private message to us on our email ID or on our any number. We will help you. So you can drop a private message on direct message to us for MTech issue. I'll check, we'll check. Okay, then if anyone having current two backlogs, when they will not attend the placement drive. Normally what happens by backlogs, they mean when you're hired. So you should not have more than 1 or 2 backlogs as of today, because that this is your college's call, that how do they allow, because when are the exams going to happen, what about the result. So that is what is about. So this is a particular case. It differs from college to college, because at the time of joining they don't want any backlog. Yes, then the next is CG Tech Chemical Engineering. It depends on which campus. Normally they don't take from normal campuses, but if that there's some NIT or some particular campus from which they have a great relationship, they may take. But normally they don't take non-circuit branches. Mechanical, chemical, metallurgy, they don't take normally. But depends on campus to campus. If you are having a good relationship with Capgemini at your college, they may take. Then I'm familiar with Python. Can I give the coding round? Coding round, it is not a coding round, it is an MCQ round. There's no programming needed, only MCQs need to be answered. Why package is low? Capgemini needs to answer. We are not on that front. Are these pseudo questions last year's? As I told, they are not specifically from last year, but from last 3 to 4 years, they have been asking this. These questions are for paper, would be same for all branches, no branch specific. How can we join WhatsApp group? You can drop a message on, I'm writing it. You can drop a message on this mail ID. We will add you onto the WhatsApp group, or you can also message to this number. You can message on this number. Okay, so let's go to the another questions. I'm taking questions one by one. Yeah. Okay, now hiring process. Okay, when will the hiring process? I'm just taking questions. Please hold on. When will the hiring process? We are hearing that the written test will be held on 26th of January of August. So that would it may depend on college to college. Can we give final exam on phone? I would say please give it on laptop. phone runs out on so many issues so many times. Please don't rely on that, and have a dedicated network when you're giving the paper. Take a dedicated Wi-Fi. Don't go for hotspots, please. Yeah. So yeah, again, I've WhatsApp. I have answered the query. Are there more variations? There would be lot of variations to the gamified round. They must be customizing it. So we are working on that. They are using Aeon platform. WhatsApp group. I have told you how you can join that. Where can I apply for Capgemini if they don't come to your college? They Capgemini may conduct an off campus, so we will be bringing you that information, but right not in the coming 1 to 2 months. They do the off campus somewhere in the month of December mostly. What is the date for assessment test? As I said, most probably last week of August. When are the Capgemini placements? Last week of August. When will the same question? So tell again about preparation test for 14th and 16th of August. Yeah, for 14th we will. It is not preparation test. On 14th we are launching our gaming course. So gaming, we are working on that gamified aptitude. We will launch that, and also the cost of that. 16th we will launch the live test of Capgemini. So that also we will tell you the cost on 16th. So wait for that. This presentation would be shared to you all on the email. Again, same question. Okay, now I think okay, I think I've taken one question. You can tell the complete package and then tell us, can you get discount and mock interview? Mock interviews are not possible already. Very, I think, very nominal price. Mock test, we are developing it. Webcam will be on during test. Mostly they should have it now. Yeah. Yeah. So package specific, only Capgemini can answer you the queries. Now let me take some more queries which was there. Yeah, so now I think, yeah, so I'm taking some questions. So does gamified round requires additional software on phone PC? No, it doesn't require. Pseudocode is also for electrical branch like coding type. Yes, pseudocode is there for them. How can we practice gamified one? We will try to send you on email some gamification platform links. Maybe mock test, we are developing them. We should be making that available in couple of days. Yeah, these questions are for electrical. I think we have not done all the questions. So we are, yeah. So are there any mock? So this is, can we get, yeah. Okay, is there any other coding round then other than pseudocode? No, there is no other round. There is no other round then other than the first pseudocode round. No other round. Okay. Mock interview means there's a virtual interview. The candidate is sitting on his or her PC, and the interviewer is taking from his or her place. That would be as per the pattern of all the corporate, and with the Capgemini latest pattern. And also every company in 2021 is doing more virtual interviews, virtual drives. So mock interview would be on our platform. We are using Microsoft platform. So on our platform, we will be conducting the mock interview to help you, and it would be from a corporate person with the similar qualifications as the person who would be actually taking your interview. Yeah, so I think this was what I answered. Gamified practice, that is what I said. Gamified practice, we are taking 5 days to prepare the gamified practice platform, and then within 5 days we expect you to be ready for your use. Language of pseudocode, pseudocode doesn't have any language. It normally talks about the logic, and but if you say the basics, the way you have learned C, the first language that you learn, so pseudocode never has a language. It has only the operators, specifiers. Yeah, it's fine. Can we register? As of now, there is no off-campus improvement. It is not an open recruitment. I had discussed in the beginning. Will there be comprehension type? Most probably we are not expecting this, because TCS also does only fill in the blanks and sort of thing. So we don't expect para jumbling and RC as of now. Yeah, the selection of individuals is like overall colleges from like individual colleges. No, it is, yeah. So what happens is, yeah. So it is from so what you want to say is yeah. So it is not depending upon the total. It depends upon the what is the total requirement. It doesn't depend. The college-wise target is not there. What to study in coding area for technical HR round? Yeah, we will. So in coding area, technical HR, whatever is there in your resume, you need to focus on that. So it has to be related to your resume. So you need to focus on your resume. That is important. Yeah. So you need to focus on your resume. That is very critical. Yeah. So any other questions that is there? I would be more than happy to take them. I think we are mostly done. So in case of further questions, you can be there on the WhatsApp group.